I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is something a little bit different from what I normally do. What I normally do is Stardew Valley, as many of you may know. But this is a little game called Factorio. Um, you most of you have probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's kind of like it's a factory building game. The goal is to try to get to the end of the tech tree and launch a rocket. And if you launch the rocket, you've technically won the game. You can keep playing after that point, keep refining your factory, building new things, expanding. But to have been to consider it a victory, you have to launch a rocket. So the goal of this series is we're going to try to win without using any laser turrets and without using solar panels. This will be a little bit messy, like my factory will be a little bit messy, just because I haven't really played Factorio in months. So I'm a little bit rusty, but it should still be something, I don't know, hopefully entertaining to watch. I want a little bit more variety on my channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below and let me know that you like the series and want to see where it's going. To sort of explain what I'm doing a little bit, and I can slow this footage down if you guys want in future videos, I could make it a lot slower. I record in 1 hour chunks, but if you guys really, really wanted me to, I could do live and, talk about it as I'm building. But I think it's one of those games where it'll be better if I speed it up, just because it's kind of a slow game, and sometimes I have to think about things for a little bit. And in general, everything ends up sort of messy, but basically, you start out with a burner mining drill, which means that you can burn fuels in it, you can burn combustible fuels in it and have it work. And you start out with a furnace, which, obviously, you put a metal in there or a stone or whatever, and you put coal in there or any other kind of fuel, and it'll smelt the object. So, you want to start out by putting down your drill on probably the iron, right? And put your furnace down next to it so that the drill is automatically feeding in to the furnace, and then you're producing iron plates. And you have to dig up coal and put the coal in there to have it work. So you start to think to yourself, well, you know what? I don't want to dig up coal manually anymore. So you build another mining drill and you put that on the coal, and then you have that feed in to the system. So now it's mining iron ore on its own, and it's mining coal on its own, and it's taking those things together, and it's putting out iron plates, and now you have automatic iron plate production. So you think, I wanna do some research. I gotta expand a bit. Well, to do that, you gotta have some copper. So you set up another thing. You put up a burner mining drill on the copper. You feed some coal into it, and now you're automating copper plates, just like you're automating iron plates, but you can't just have copper plates and iron plates to get research done. You have to combine them. You have to craft them to make red potions for science. And red potions are 1 copper plate and 1 iron gear wheel. So you have to turn the iron plates into iron gear wheels, and you've been doing this manually at this point because you can't craft it by hand. You can get a little bit of research done that way, but that's not fast enough. So you gotta craft it automatically into iron plate or iron gear wheels, and then you take those iron gear wheels and you craft them with some iron plates, and now you have red potions that you can automatically put into your labs, and then it's 10 hours later, and suddenly your factory is unrecognizable. Because of all of the little things that you've changed over time, or sometimes big changes that you've made very quickly. If you unlock a new tech and, you can do a complete refactor of your factory so that it's a lot more efficient, which will happen. I switch around the furnaces a little bit, because I want more space for them, basically. And later on, when we finish researching the logistics robots, then we'll be able to just tear down our entire factory, basically, and put it back together using robots to move things around, which is a lot quicker. Once you can get a little bit of research done on robots so that they're actually useful, then it's a lot quicker than using conveyor belts everywhere. But, you know, this game sort of sneaks up on you. Um, you do things a little bit at a time, and suddenly, instead of burner mining drills on things, you're using electric mining drills, and you have steam engines powering everything, and you got lights lighting up your factory, and concrete flooring. It's kind of crazy. And I really enjoy it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy watching this footage. A little bit of explaining on what I'm doing with the furnace setups here. You can see that I'm using, you know, that little like, you know, 2 tile wide thing, 1 tile long. And that's a splitter. What it does is it takes input from, you can either split two belts onto one line so that it puts both of the things into a 1 tile wide conveyor belt, or you can split 1 conveyor belt of input into 2 conveyor belts of output, which is what I'm doing here. So I have coal go in on one side of the splitter, and that puts it in, it splits it evenly between the 2 sideways things, the 2 conveyor belts going left and right. That moves the coal out to the furnace lines. The other splitter facing down is where the ore input goes, so that I can get half of the conveyor belts of the, like, on the sides of the furnaces. Half of the conveyor belt is coal, half is the ore. And that way it's sort of like more compressed. I can get, I don't have to use multiple conveyor belts on the sides of the furnaces to be able to, you know, what's the word? Completely lost my train of thought there. To smelt things is what I was thinking. I'm putting down assemblers here. It's to craft the red potions, the red science kits. They look like potions. I don't think they're supposed to be potions. They're just like red science kits, basically. So I sort of do that. I clear away this area up here so I can put down some labs. And then I start automatically researching things. Red science packs are really like the first step you want to get going. Just because there's a lot of red sciences at the beginning, and then you want to get green science pack going, then blue science packs, and then purple science packs, and it gets crazy really fast. You'll see, it'll be messy. But I hope you guys all at least don't hate this idea of this gameplay. If you enjoy it, leave a like, leave a comment down below saying that you like it, and, you know, just subscribe to the video to see future videos in this. See you next time.